how life originated with us on Earth.
I now have questions from someone, namely from a woman, and as you can see here, she asks how life originated with us on Earth. I am supposed to answer that in a conversation with you, as well as this one about the corona rampantly spreading disease, because she wants to know what is really going on. And this one about space, because she cannot understand why people keep talking about space, because it has not started outside Earth yet.
Nice handwriting. Of course, she writes that she can read the dialogue reports on the internet.
Good. Then I will give the following as answers, as I have just learnt from your grandfather. Although all life originated on Earth, fundamentally in water, it also originated on land. That is why I said earlier that life has emerged from the Earth and the water. But the actual origin for it was brought from the vast expanses of the cosmos, namely through outer space itself and through all the lowest life teeming in it, such as through space dust, hydrogen isotopes, comets, asteroids, meteors, gases such as oxygen, carbon, helium and deuterium, etc., as well as through dark matter, dark energy, ice, radiation, nebulae, organic molecules, ionized atomic nuclei, subatomic particles, plasma, and also through foreign particles from the depths of the cosmos or from foreign worlds. These made it possible for something to develop on Earth and become life. Regarding the question about the corona rampantly spreading disease, it was not caused by bats, but was created in laboratories. The whole criminal thing was arranged in China, in that in the 1970s the American, with a vengeance, agreed with the then state dictator of China to create this rampantly spreading disease in a laboratory, which was then bred in 3 widely ramified laboratories. However, other diseases, etc., were first created, which were also released several times through accidents and caused many deaths, before the accident finally occurred in Wuhan, which released the corona rampantly spreading disease, which was able to spread worldwide. However, this is vehemently denied, especially by America, particularly by claiming that this or that species of bat, etc., brought the rampantly spreading disease. And this lie has always been spread worldwide, with the result that laboratories in other countries are also conducting lying pseudo-research into the origin of the rampantly spreading disease in order to confirm the lying research of the Americans, because the truth must not be known. But I said and explained all this years ago. As far as space is concerned, we are not talking about solar space or the vast space of the sun, the solar system, in which the planets Mercury, Venus, our Earth, Mars, the asteroid belt, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and the Kuiper belt are located, and in which Pluto and many other dwarf planets ultimately cavort. And if you look further out into the solar system, you can see that it is surrounded at its outermost edge by the Oort cloud, which Earth humans call a spherical shell. This is gigantic and consists of icy objects which, according to terrestrial astronomy, are located at a distance of around 2,000 to 100,000 astronomical units (AU) from the Sun, where 1 astronomical unit is the average distance of the Earth from the Sun, corresponding to the large semi-axis of the elliptical orbit of the Earth, which is around 149.5978707000 kilometers, around 149.6. According to our terrestrial astronomy, the Oort cloud is said to be the place of origin for countless long-period comets that are torn from their orbit by some external influence in order to wander through the solar system. This Oort cloud is the outermost known region of the solar system for all of terrestrial astronomy, possibly merging seamlessly into the Kuiper belt. According to terrestrial astronomy, the Oort cloud forms a spherical shell that surrounds the entire solar system, and as an Oort cloud it does not form a disk, but is shaped by galactic tidal forces and the gravitational force of planets and nearby suns. Only after the end of the Oort cloud, which does not end abruptly, does space or outer space or the transition to interstellar space begin. But this is a gradual process, Because outside the area of solar space or the heliosphere, the solar wind no longer dominates, but slowly decreases, and outer space or outer space begins, which is a huge and almost perfect vacuum, but not completely free of matter and particles. This know-it-all assertion by narrow-minded earthly astronomy scientists only exists in their disguised brains. Moreover, outer space is only an all-vacuum or empty space compared to the Earth's atmosphere. Because even if it also contains only very few molecules and particles, etc., outer space or space is not empty, as all the cappers and other know-it-alls claim. It is therefore true to say that the actual universe or outer space begins outside the Oort cloud, outside the space of the solar system, as far as Earthlings are concerned. So it is not the space of the solar system. So the space of the solar system is not outer space, as crazily claimed by many know-it-alls and megalomaniacs, and all those who are involved in flying to outer Earth space, or the moon, or the vastness of solar space.
What you have explained should be understood.